these are special reading forecasts for January to July of 2019, and they focus on love and relationships. Now, a little bit of background into why I'm doing these readings. Being a Libran, obviously this is important, isn't it? But I always look ahead in the year. I look at astrological alignments, I read astrologers, I watch other tarot and oracle readers just to see what their take is on the year ahead, see maybe they've got something more interesting, usually do, or a varied view to what I have, kind of to get an overview of the general feeling, because everyone's going to be picking up on the big energies. And where relationships were concerned for this year, especially for Libra, because obviously that's where I would focus, in my own readings or looking ahead to the year, there just wasn't enough. I felt like I needed more. It was a little bit, I don't know, there just wasn't enough information. So I decided I'm going to just for the first 6 months of the year, because the whole year just focusing on love can be a little bit far ahead. You know, if I tell you you're only going to meet someone at the end of the year, it's not really going to mean much to you right now. So this is for the first 6 months of the year. And then come July, I will do the next 6 months of the year. But it's going to focus on love and relationships. The teacups, and you can see a whole selection of cards for the first 6 months of the year. If you'd like a personal private reading, especially those soulmate or twin flame readings, they are absolutely incredible. They give you all the information about your partner, how, when, where you'll meet them, what they'll be like, what the relationship will be like, the whole lot. Then you can just go to the website. The link will be in the description box below. You can purchase or order your reading there. Right, Taurus. So first of all, I made you a teacup with tea leaves left behind afterwards, so we could have a look at the symbols that crop up for you. If there's something I don't mention in this teacup and you see the symbol, I say this always with the teacups and the tea leaf readings, then just drop a comment in the description box below, in the comment boxes below, and I will tell you what I think it means for you. First of all, the most interesting thing for me with this teacup was that everything is gathered around 1 or 2/3 of the cup, almost half of the cup. One part of it is completely empty and clear. Now, as I'm doing this reading, you will see, because it's kind of a feeling I got, and when I saw all the cards that came up, I understood there's sort of a dominant story for Taurus where relationships are concerned. Now remember, we're looking from January to July of 2019. What I do see in this teacup, first and foremost, is an elephant, which means there is a journey that you are going on, either physically or mentally, in this time period between January and July, which will change your life. You will start off at a certain point with a certain set of ideas, and by July, you will end up at a different point with a different set of ideas. So something life-transforming, a journey either mental or physical, or both, possibly both, is what you will experience in this year. Now remember, the journey can be, and it shows up in your reading, a new job that takes you to a different environment, and it changes the way you think. And then obviously your relationship life changes as well. The other thing I see in this cup, and there are so many, I could not almost count them, is the letter M. So this is important to more than one person. Can it be marriage that comes up for lots of you this year? Possibly. Or someone with a letter M. There's just too many M's in here for it to be a coincidence of any sort. There are hearts as well in this teacup. Lots of little hearts and the letter M. So I'm thinking maybe many Taurians will be looking at marriage this year. Whether they do it or not, I don't know. But it can be that you get into the kind of relationships this year that have marriage written all over them. Now if we go into your cards, you've got the stork and the bag as the 2 tea leaf cards. Now, news of a birth or new business opportunity, the stork says, and the bag says something important such as a new job or raise. So there that shows up. I have a feeling a lot of Taurians head into different career territory fairly early on in the year. This alters everything for you. It sets you off on that journey. It changes the way you think. It changes the people you relate to and deal with every day. And this sets off that pattern. The 2 romance angel cards is romantic feelings and worth waiting for. Romantic feelings says your feelings are real and worth exploring. Worth waiting for says divine timing is at work in your love life. Now, I come to that part where the teacup is fairly empty on one side. I have a feeling there's been this kind of almost void feeling in relationships for Taurians. It's as if you've just been coasting along, floating along, and nothing really changes or materializes or manifests, and it's been doing it for quite a while. Now things suddenly start to change. And romantic feelings with either somebody new or you rekindle them for an existing relationship, but that is one of the things that is within this journey of the next 6 months that happens. You get definite romantic feelings for someone, either an existing partner or a new one. And divine timing is at work here. You needed to be in a certain place, feeling a certain way, having certain life experiences before this could happen for you. So it's fated, very much so. The 2 tarot cards you get is the 4 of Fire and X1V or 14, the Self card in this particular tarot deck. I'm going to read these 2 cards to you and then tell you what happened after that. Okay, so the 4 of Fire in this particular deck is about taking clear-sighted aim with unhindered thinking, clarity. That has been coming up a lot. Conversations I've had with people, things I've been reading, readings I've been doing, clarity is terribly important in the coming year, especially where relationships, but all other areas of life as well. It's a case of don't make decisions and don't take actions and don't base things on muddled thought. We're going to come up pretty hard against that this year. So if you have clear direction, if you suddenly decide this is the year I'm going to meet someone I marry, or this is the year I marry my partner, or this is the year I make a commitment to my partnership, things will definitely move securely, they will move forward quickly, and you will see life altering about you. So clarity of thought is terribly important. And the next card that shows up, the Self card, says as much. On the one side is the little dragon with all the confusion whispering in your ear. On the other side is the little dragon telling her to think clearly. So that is what is important to you this year. If you give over to that side of you that says, I'll never have a good relationship, there are no good men or women out there, look what's happened to me in the past, you're heading down the wrong path and you're going to come up against a lot of life lessons where that's concerned. However, if you make a discipline of not allowing that little voice to whisper in your ear and you listen to the voice that says, have a clear mind, have a clear thought of what you want, and have faith and believe it will come to you, then that's what will come to you this year. I've done the whole thing, put the video together, and as I put the last card on the desk, because I always put the cards out so that I can read them, even though the photo's up for you already, I like to have the cards in my hands. Underneath the last card came the Thought card, another card. The Thought card says, you will create what you think. So where relationships especially are concerned for Taurus from January to July, be very conscious of what you are thinking, because you are about to be creating what you think. You will manifest what you are thinking. So if you want somebody loving in your life, be sure to think loving thoughts, to think positive thoughts about that person coming, to maintain the faith about that person coming, and that other little voice that does all the negative whispering in the other ear, just ignore it. Pour a bucket of cold water on it, okay? I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you would like any of those readings I offered at the beginning, the personal, private, soulmate, or subscription to weekly updates for your star sign, please contact me via the links in the description box below. That is via the website. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, and for those of you that share this video, I truly appreciate it. Those of you that comment, I read every single comment. Thank you very much.